me on my cry. She told me, these guys are going to stand with me. Dayati wash day for my elders for forgive me for speaking in front of you. My Tulley Jean asked me to come up and say some words, and everybody looked at me because I like to talk. So my brother and my sisters are standing here with me. And my Lexi is there. He's sitting over there all quiet, trying not to be called upon. But Lexi Ramon is right there. And that's Lexi Leonard is his brother. And we grew up. We were born into the movement. Our family has always been there. Lexi Leonard is a part of our Tiwahe. Today, earlier, we were at my auntie's house in Porcupine, and she told us about the time when our grandpa OB and our Unchi Grace Mama Bear took him as their son, and he became family. And today we gathered and we went out there to make prayers of Wopila for all of for our Lexi Leonard to see this day. We grew up chanting Free Peltier, clemency for Leonard Peltier. Many times we helped Tulley Jean and Lexi, Ed, Uncle Ed. Who would organize events and organize and organize and organize. And my T-Blow, he was young and he grew up in this movement, and he would say, let's go. So before there was GoFundMe, there was Dad Fund Me. He would give us gas money and we would travel across the continent to different gatherings. We would go into the communities and we would gather signatures and they would make prayers. And my Lexi, he would go and he would visit any chance he would get. But today is waking up to the most beautiful post. You know, we all get on Facebook, we're drinking our coffee. And I stood up and I was like, is this real? And then my Chue up there in the Twin Cities called and she says, this is real, you know? And so I call my Lexi, first person is call my Uncle Ramon to tell him, my auntie, this beautiful news, and we share this. But today we have feelings of, I don't know, there's no words to explain the emotions of happiness and gratitude and coming up here, you know. How many times have my brothers, my sisters, and my relatives, all of us, we all have relatives that went to every clemency march, who organized, who stood in front of bullets, who stood with no fear, who never gave up. They never gave up. They fought for us and they sacrificed their lives so that we can be here. And that's what we have to do, is we have to continue to fight and sacrifice and stand on the front lines and protect our next generations. And I don't have anything more that I can share without the overwhelming thoughts of gratitude and happiness, and hearing my brother Red sing the Peltier song. I remember a couple years ago we came up in the same kind of weather. Tulley Jean gathered for Lexi, and so we came up here and he sang that song, and I said, the last time I remember singing that, I'm being broke, you know, and Mahasani were in DC, and everybody was there, and just thinking about all this time that it was hope, it was togetherness that kept us all connected, and there's always going to be outside agitators and colonizers that are trying to divide us, even as our tiwahes. They will do that as our tioshpaes. But we have the ability and the spirituality and the strength to stay connected no matter what. And as indigenous people all across our continent and every continent, as long as we stay together in our thoughts and our energies, we can do things like this. Today I really believe that it is our prayers, our ancestors' prayers, and our families and our tioshpais and our peoples all over were praying last night. I went to sleep last night praying for this. And I know people all over the continent were praying for this. And as we keep our thoughts, we can do anything. Nothing is hard for us. Don't feed into no negativity. Always stay optimistic. We can do anything as long as we all stay together. Catch it to it. I forgot to introduce myself, but this is my brother and my two sisters, and we're the children of Leola Bear Runner and Robert Quiver and Edgar Bear Runner, Violet, and we're the grandchildren of Grandpa Oscar Bear Runner and Grandma Grace Bear Runner, Logan, Rob.